Welcome back to Canon Culture. I'm one of your hosts, Betty,
And I'm Kat.
and today we'll be talking about Volume 2 of Stranger Things. It's here, and we are so happy
We're so happy that we were so wrong.
about everything. We were so incredibly wrong. We could not have been more wrong, and we are so happy.
I'm so happy.
And
First of all, our boy Steve, he's still
oh
alive.
my gosh, he's making it to season 5, baby.
Oh, I've never been so happy. It was
Oh
so
god,
good.
and Murray.
Oh,
And Dr. Owens apparently, but we'll talk about that later. But yes, if you listen to the last episode, you will know that we were incredibly wrong. To the point where my boyfriend was listening and he messaged me after we'd watched it and was like, wow, you really were so, like, particularly about, the bit where Karen grabs Holly. He was like, wow, you really thought that was the government attacking them, didn't you? It just shows like we cannot predict anything when it comes to the Duffers.
no, and I love that. I love them for that.
But yeah, so we're just going to be talking about Volume 2 today because we kind of covered Volume 1, even though Volume 1, incredible, iconic. Can't wait to watch them all together. Let's talk about, first of all, Kat, did you like it?
Oh my goodness. I loved it. It's just such a well-written show. Such the way, especially the last episode, it pieced together like all three or four groups of people at some stages, like, and it just totally interwove. It was beautiful. Ah, it was so good. The character development popping, like even the visuals. Oh, so
Stunning.
good. The soundtrack, so good.
The soundtrack has, like, I was talking about it this morning, but has like the same emotional impact on me now that Portals does from Endgame. Like,
Oh my
I can't listen
goodness.
to it. I was choking up. I text you. I was like, I might cry on this podcast because I was talking about some of the moments and they were just so like emotionally charged. And I think that's a huge thing to do with the music.
Yeah,
It's so good. Oh,
it's so good. I love it so much.
so safe to say you liked it.
Yes, what's your thoughts on it?
Hated it. That was awful. Terrible. Really just dropped the ball there, didn't you, Duffers? Wait, if somebody clips that, that's just me over. No, I thought it was unreal, and they weren't lying about, how big the last two episodes particularly were going to be, and they didn't let us down. They really, I don't know, they knocked it out of the park, really. That's all I can
Yeah.
really say.
There like there wasn't a down moment. You know how normally you're watching quite like big things. You think, okay, this is clearly a scene where I can just sit back and relax, catch my breath for 5 minutes. Nope, not one of them existed in the whole like 4 hours. I was so stressed, but in a wonderful way.
Yeah, no, I felt the same way. I was watching it with people as well, though, and I was
Mm,
like, guys, shh, we need to like watch. I was so engrossed, and then my friend would be like, so like she got drunk, she was drunk, and I was like, okay, we need to be quiet because I need to know what they just said here. I almost missed the line where Eddie's like, "I love you, man," to Dustin.
oh,
Like delving deep again, but it is so emotionally charged that I'm still exhausted. I think I still have a hangover from it. Like the
oh, it was. I was so drained after it. It
yeah,
took a lot.
I think I finished it about 2:30 in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
Because we got like takeaway and stuff like that and made some cocktails. It was great. But yeah, it was
Yeah.
so epic. Like that is the word for epic. Like it is.
Hmm.
So let's move into, obviously we both know that we loved it as expected. That was the only thing we were right about from the last podcast, by the
Yeah,
way. That
it was
we
great.
were gonna love it, and we were right. We were right
Hmm.
about that. Except for we were wrong about everything else. I will say, I did guess one thing, but I guessed the song that Eddie was going to play. I mean, I had a couple on the morning of it coming out. I was driving home from the gym, and I was playing Master of Puppets, but we should have said this was going to be spoiler filled. I was I was playing Master of Puppets, and I was like, I really think it's going to be that one, like because I'd looked at like songs from that year that it's set in,
Mm.
and I just had like a feeling because like the guitar riff is so well known and so iconic.
Hmm.
I was just like, I have a feeling. And then
It was
freaking
perfect.
it was perfect. But I got home and I went on Twitter. Bear in mind it was 7 a.m. So I was just like in autopilot mode of just going on social media. And freaking top thing on my Twitter feed was confirmation that that song was in the new, the updated Stranger Things soundtrack 4 thing. But that was the only spoiler. At that point, I was just like, okay, adios, muchachos. I'm staying off social media. Now that we've discussed that we like it, what were your top moments of Volume 2? Top 5.
Top 5.
I feel like we have very similar ones.
Yeah, we did discuss this, and I think all of them are the same.
I think so too, which is so bad because there are so many other moments.
But there's just, I loved the brother-sister dynamic duo.
Yeah.
I loved that because and maybe I'm wrong, but when I was watching it, I was like, is this the first time we've really seen them together for a prolonged period of time?
I think so, because we only get season 3 where she's like, butthead, and he's like,
yeah.
And
they've
then
got no time for each other. They're classic brother and sister wind up. And I love that.
I love
but
it.
I just they
when
were
she's
just
like,
working together to kick some butt.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. It's the bit where they're sitting chilling as well. And then she's like, you're still my brother, just the facts. I was like, my heart. That really made me think that Lucas was going to be a goner. I was like, he is getting far too many good moments here. I think they're going to kill him off. Which particular scene was it for you though? Like obviously,
yeah, the side by side. It was that horrible bit when they were like pretty much both getting bet up, or they're both having their fight scenes, and then they come like she's trying to get up the stairs to like, and it's locked. Oh, it was just so tense. It was so tense.
It was so tense. It was like a mirror image of the first episode, where they're both like about to win, but we're like, oh my God, which one's gonna win? Which one's gonna win? They can't both win, but they both win. And yeah, it was like the way my living room erupted into cheers when Lucas started punching Jason in the face. I think it was mostly me, but my good Lord.
Incredible. Again, this sort of is this a part of the key moment? Jason's death. It was so pleasing to me.
Yeah.
Like,
so satisfying.
It was, unsatisfying the way it was over minutes. I was sitting watching it and I was like genuinely angry that he was still alive. I was like,
too.
How is he not dead yet? He's the worst.
Stop, go away.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I was kind of sad at how quickly it was over.
But just like him being split. It was just brutal. It was ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. I loved it.
I did, yeah. I really, really rated that. That should actually, do you know what? That might, yeah, I guess we can include it in that because I was about to say I think one of my top 5 moments to Jason dying. Because
yeah, I know. I think maybe I've just had 2 top moments there, but
if he had lived, can you imagine the outrage?
Oh my goodness. I know, and they really made you wait because there was a good while where I thought he is gonna live.
The way he was with Nancy, by the way.
Oh,
how dare he?
They just really know how to write a good conflict.
Well, they do, but it was so tense. I don't know. It felt like at one point she was scared, and I was like, "You're not scared." Yeah. Like that felt a bit. But yeah, what's your next one? Because that's your top. Is that where's that? Is that 5, 1? What's?
Oh, I don't. Can we rank them? Can I rank them? It's not 1. I'll tell you what, it's not 1. I think we both have the same top moment.
Okay.
Maybe it's not. We save that to the end.
Okay. Let's save the top
moments. Okay, I've saved some. What's your top moments?
I don't know if my top moment, like one of my top moments might be the one that you're thinking of. The one that really got me was when Nancy is going for Vecna with the shotgun.
Oh,
that it was just like I've been waiting for Nancy Wheeler's Sigourney Weaver moment for. So I mean, she has one every season. She's so good when it comes down to it. She really just like clicks on, and it's so cool to see it, and it's so badass. But this, I was thinking about it, and I know this is probably too deep, but this time Steve had thrown the bomb, and so had Robin. But like when she started walking towards him, it felt personal. It was like, you've taken so much from me in these last 3 years. And like, obviously the start of volume 2 is those two. And he's like, sure now that he's going to kill our parents, kill Mike, kill Holly. although she didn't really mention Mr. Wheeler, which is why I was so convinced he was going to die.
Yeah.
It just felt, it was perfect, and it was so powerful, the way she's walking forward, she's just not caring, she's just like, you're not taking anything more from me, and you're not getting what you showed me. Like, she put her foot down, and it was incredible to see and so powerful. And obviously, like, Steve and Robin being there, they were also
Oh,
badass as well. Like, their outfits, everything, like, that little trio, I'm here for it. I want more.
oh, so good.
Yeah, the music for that as well, it was just,
Yeah,
it was
it
so
was so
good.
good.
I really thought that one of them was going to die, though. I thought maybe he was going to catch the bomb for Robin, that Robin
Yeah,
threw.
I was waiting for Robin to die
Yeah. And I
during
was like,
that scene.
they can't kill
She's
her off,
so
because that,
clumsy. The girl's just a klutz. The fact that she managed to make it the whole way through, that was quite impressive, to be quite honest with you.
but when it matters, she wasn't clumsy. She stepped up, and
No,
that's why
she
we love
did.
her.
She stepped right up. It was fantastic.
Yeah, just that Nancy moment. Maybe that's my top moment. I need to rewatch it because it was just so good.
My top moment, which I wondered if was yours, was the Max and Eleven scene.
Yeah, I did think you were talking about that one. That was the one I
I
thought.
just That's one thing that I really, really missed in part one, was just the Max 11 friendship. I
Mhm.
just loved it. And I guess I loved when they were sort of fighting, or well, 11 was fighting, Max was
Well,
there.
Max even helped. Do you remember? Like at one point,
Oh,
Max
I
tried
mean,
to
she didn't do
help.
a good job of it. Let's
I
be
was just
real,
like,
Max. Why did she even bother? The other two have powers. Bless
yeah,
her for trying. Also, she like pure ran up and made a noise. She didn't make a noise.
I know.
Would have been fine. No
I know. I
plonker.
know. But she tried. Like I thought it was
She
great.
gave it her best shot.
Yeah.
And then at the end of, I guess, the Max 11 stuff, when Elle brings her back to life.
How did she do
Oh,
that? I don't fully understand it, but I'm here for it. I don't care. It's I like, when she was like, the way she has said like no, in like throughout it. I knew she was going to be like,
oh, it was beautiful.
it was.
Oh,
When they had that little moment though, she was like, when she was touching her face, she's like, "Are you real?"
oh.
Yeah, the Mac. That was a really good scene. Like the fighting was
Mhm.
next level.
It was excellent.
What were your? Because how many top moments is that now? So we've done Elsave and Max,
Hmm.
Eric and Lucas, Nancy,
Hmm.
Faith, and Vecna. So we've got two more. I guess we're doing them in conjunction now. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, because we will have the same ones.
yeah, you go.
Most metal concert ever.
Oh,
Master of Puppets, Eddie, Metallica, Unreal, iconic. Oh, and then
it was.
Dustin's at the side, just like so good.
Oh,
I don't really know what to say about it other than that, and then you flash to like everyone else fighting and stuff like that. Is that
mhm.
was that the point where no, I don't think it was the point where Hopper's fighting as well. I can't remember. Like I say, I need to rewatch it because it's all a blur. Eddie's moment was just unreal. And it felt like the perfect fight montage, and everybody was like gearing
Mhm.
up. Similar vibes to when Cap stands up against Thanos and his entire army.
Oh, it was so good. It was
Yeah.
so good.
Would you put that in your top moments or?
Yeah, I would. I would. I think my last top moment, which I know we disagree on for top moments, and that is okay. Hopper Joyce reuniting.
Yeah, no, Hopper and Joyce reuniting is nice. I love that. And like,
Hmm.
I don't know. I was just
But
like, Mom and Dad, stop kissing. Oh my God. No, I'm kidding. No, I did like it. I thought it was good. And apparently that was improvised, according to the Stranger Things writer. And I'm
that's
like,
crazy.
how you go about improvising a kiss? I felt like they gave us too much. I feel spoiled.
It was so good. It was just wonderful. There's just so many wonderful moments.
I liked
Too many to choose
I
from.
liked the prelude to the kiss where they were like talking about their date and he was talking about breadsticks. And I was like, I get it. I fully relate because I want breadsticks right now and I haven't been captured by Russians.
Yeah. Imagine how much more you'd want them if you had.
Oh my God. Was it just the kiss that you're talking about? Or
Well, the kiss, but they're reuniting.
that happened in volume 1, didn't it?
I would say this was their proper with the kiss
Yeah,
reunite.
I think I would agree. That's 5 top moments. But I do want to mention one more. I know
Okay.
it, but hey assholes. Murray coming in hot.
Oh,
Literally.
what a dude.
I love him so much. And I was so convinced that there was going to be a big fat demogorgon behind him coming to eat his head off.
Oh,
One question though. Why is Yuri alive still?
I know. I thought he would be an obvious death.
Oh, Enzo as well. I
Yeah.
really like Enzo. Enzo's hot, but I
Why?
thought we
Why
were going to
not
get a body
Enzo?
count of our brothers. I
I
was
know,
expecting
right?
more. I mean, to be fair, like in the grand scheme of it, a lot of people did die.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got all the scientists and stuff and the people there, and I guess Dr. Owens is alive somehow. Yeah, we should probably talk about the elephant in the room too,
Okay.
Eddie.
Oh, I was so sad. I mean, it was so obvious he's gonna die.
It was him or Steve, wasn't it? It was him or
Yeah.
Steve, and they do it every season. They bring in a character you love and kill them off at the end, like they did with Sean Astin and Alexi. I'm just sad about it. Like,
Yeah.
I want more Eddie. I would have, and like he threw us all off because didn't the actor give an interview and he was like, "I'll be furious if they don't bring me back."
Yeah.
Are they going to bring you back now, Eddie? I don't even think your body got out of the upside down.
No.
I know we got spoiled for content. Like we got so much good stuff, like more than I thought. Like we got freaking. I didn't think we were going to get Elle and Hopper getting reunited.
No.
I really didn't think that. But getting them all together was lovely. But I really would
Mm.
have liked to have seen like when they found Dustin like crying over Eddie's body, or do you think Eddie just, I mean, Dustin legged it out? I mean, he probably did. Did we technically not see Eddie's dead body? Does that mean we have hope for like Eddie potentially still being alive? Or am I in denial?
I think you're in denial, my friend.
I'm gonna stay here.
It was a lot of bats.
It was a lot of bad. But then how did it not kill Steve? Does that mean that Steve's just going to die in episode 1? Oh, that would be the biggest troll ever if they just killed off Steve in episode 1 of season 5.
That would be horrific.
That would be so funny though. I think they should do it.
Oh.
Yeah, Eddie's death. I mean, the internet is furious.
Oh yeah. Like, but it was such a hero's death, wasn't it? Like, we were always gonna be sad about someone was gonna die, it was gonna be awful. But like you could tell it was something that he really felt he needed to do.
And nobody didn't.
He didn't, and it was so stupid because he absolutely did not. And like, really, in the end, does it help anything? No, didn't need to do it. He's a plonker.
But then again, I was thinking about this, and I was thinking, where does his storyline go? Because people are still going to think he murdered Chrissy, but maybe Steve could have had his back, and he could have hid out at Steve's house because his parents are never around or whatever.
Yeah.
I am pretty, like, it actually took me a minute because I was so elated after when we first saw it that Murray and Steve were making it through. I was really, really happy.
Mm-hmm.
But then it actually hit me today as I was coming back from my surf. I was like, wow, he was a great character. Like, and they just killed him off.
Yeah.
That moment in I think it's episode 1 when he's walking on the table and he's talking about conformity and stuff like that. I was like, yes, he is such, like, with the cramps playing as well. It was just genius, that scene. Yeah, I think he's probably the best, like, out of the 3 characters they've brought in for the like a season to kill off. He's probably my favorite one. Like, I love Bob and Alexi so much, but it's so much charisma. Like, what Jonathan could have been, I guess. Because like he's like kind of like, oh, I don't conform type dude, but
but yeah, that's a good point actually. Yeah.
Oh, that was another moment. Jonathan was there for Will. I actually made a note of this, and I'll read the exact note. Is Will is such a broken wee soul at the moment, and it's killing me. Hot broken emoji. Oh. Like, you could see how much he needed to hear that from Jonathan. Noah Schnapp is playing that character so well. That boy can act. See, when the tears start going in his eyes, somebody give this poor child a break. That moment was just, it was so necessary and needed and so well written.
It was so good.
Canon that pineapple belongs on pizza, and my boy Argyle survived. Yeah, the way that happened, he was just like, yeah, I just need to use your tub because this girl here, she's got superpowers and she needs to save the world.
He's just so cool. He's so cool.
I can't believe he made it as well.
5. Will he be back next season? That's the real questions.
That's a good point, actually, because they're not in Lenora, unless Hopper joins them in Lenora Hills.
Yeah.
But then I guess, I don't think it would be in Hopper nature to leave when...
No, they're staying to fight.
Yeah, I think so too. Especially with the way they were all standing against it, it did feel like they're here and they're not going anywhere.
Let's talk about our MVPs.
Yeah, okay, so let's
Who
discuss.
are the stands out?
Should we go for top three characters of
Yeah.
this season? I mean, they are all fantastic. Disclaimer, we are obsessed with them all.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we actually have the same.
Yeah.
We can't
This
have the
is
same
so
opinion.
good.
But yeah, my MVPs for this season as a whole, I think it's got to be Max.
Oh yeah,
because
what a
CDC,
woman.
she needs an Emmy. She really does.
Oh, what a talented wee chick.
I know. When Max comes down, like she's alive, Lucas, I can't see anything. Like I can't feel anything. Oh my goodness. That scene was brutal.
It was terrifying. It was,
Yeah. I genuinely think, like, see how we look at like Alien and The Thing and everything like that, and there's all these iconic films, like action films from that period. I think we're going to look at that scene in season 4. We're going to look back at that, and that's going to be one of the most iconic scenes of all time because it was heartbreaking. It cut deep. Definitely.
Too right, girl.
Who's your next MVP?
Lucas.
Hell yeah.
What a boy. And like I guess this is going into part 1, but you know, at the start, he just wanted to be the cool kid and he thought he needed to change things a bit, but then he didn't, and he really came through. And just him with Max at the end and being so sweet and like asking her to go on a date, like trying to keep her calm, but also real shooting his shot.
He, like, for me, had the best character arc.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole series. I think his was the most fleshed out and well-rounded. He's just great. He was so funny as well. Yeah, Caleb McLaughlin. Oh my goodness. Again, an Emmy, please.
Oh, they all deserve.
He's been consistently good throughout the past 3 series, but this series showed his range.
It was so good. Oh,
yeah. Who's
your last of the 3?
I don't know if ours are going to be the same on this note, but Nancy, obviously. It has to be Nancy for me.
Must be.
Yeah. She stepped up. She got her Sigourney Weaver moment. She was like, no, Vecna, you're not taking anything from me. Yeah. She's always been like strong-willed and just really like goes for it. And she is the one who often like kind of pushes the story along. But oh my gosh, that girl, she's unstoppable. She's a superhero.
She was so good. I guess what we're talking about at the start with that gun with Vecna at the end, like
the shotgun. Oh my goodness,
wild! It was so good. It was so good.
I don't think we need to say much more on that. Like, our top 3
I think
Max, Nancy, and Lucas, and I think everybody on the internet agrees. I don't know. Eddie would be an MVP as well. But
and
we're talking.
Steve. But also Yeah,
Steve's been the MVP of every other season. We can let him have a rest.
That's true. I'm going to say he's not as standout as the other 3.
Yeah, he's had his moment, and now it's time for the rest to shine. So let's discuss season 5 theories, even though it's going to be like 2 years away, and I'm certain that they're going to have to extend that. So what do you think? What's going on in season 5? Max, we've got a time jump. We've got Steve, Nancy, Jonathan, Dr. Owens.
I can't stop thinking about what will this time jump look like because they're in such peril at the minute. Hawkins is crumbling.
I think we might meet them when they're like it's like they're in survival mode.
Oh,
we know that we are going to be wrong because clearly that is our agenda now. We are wrong about everything,
and I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too. I want to be wrong. I like being surprised. I just don't know how that time jump is going to look, but it is necessary. I just hope they don't like leave the 80s because I love the 80s. I think it's great. I love the fashion and stuff like that. One thing we did discuss that you said in the last podcast was, is Vecna the big honcho?
Yeah.
Is he the big boss? What are your thoughts? Like,
I don't know anymore.
It looks that way. But is it a mind flayer?
That way, but you know, when we go into the Upside Down, you see, you know, I guess his origin story. The little
Demogorgons are already there,
crawling around.
Yeah,
it looks like he made the Mind Slayer, but it's like Essence, I guess, was there already.
Yeah, I think I don't think the Mind Flayer is the big bad. I do think it is Vecna, but you know, pretty obvious now because obviously when he's like goes up to him and kind of controls him a little bit. So I guess Vecna is the big bad. It's just I guess the motive is just hating Hawkins, but that's just like some teen angst stuff.
I know.
Therapy.
What a
Oh my God.
plonker.
A guy will literally destroy his hometown before going to therapy.
Too right, man.
Discuss.
What else do you think might happen next season?
Well, I think Max might have powers. I think Vecna's going
Mm,
to use Will
yeah, I think that's going to happen. Yeah.
because we've had 3 series of him just touching the back of his neck. What's that for?
Yeah, it's going to be
Nope.
for something.
Yeah, I did think that was an easy write-in when they were like, when he's like, I'm back in Hawkins, I can feel him. And it's like,
Hmm.
okay. But hopefully that'll be like a more fleshed out story in the next series. Because it's obviously
Yeah.
been, this is Will's the beginning of it all, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, I was going to say, like, speaking of beginnings, how do we think it's going to end? Who do we think isn't going to make it through?
I think we're gonna get like one person left standing at this point. Like everyone is up for grabs.
Yeah,
I
that's the
don't
thing
know.
is,
I think Hopper maybe isn't gonna make it, but then it's like, oh
mhm.
my goodness, Joyce is losing him again.
Oh,
So maybe Joyce could go. I
yeah.
don't
I think this whole thing ends with Elle sacrificing herself.
know.
Elle, or if Max get powers, maybe Max, but I think it ends with someone sacrificing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we've not really lost a season one character outside of season one. It's all been,
Yeah, you're right. I know
and I
we've not
think,
lost a main character, have we? Really?
no.
I
So I
wonder.
think, like, if there's a time jump, maybe the kids are old enough for them to be killed off. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think that's why. I think that's probably a big part of why they're doing the time jump is because you cannot really kill, like, you couldn't really kill off Mike in season 2, could you? Because he's a little
Yeah,
baby. You can't.
possibly. Yeah.
Um. Oh my goodness! By the way, Vicky, I had to double take her when they were at Warzone because I was like, "That's Molly Ringwald."
I know, I did the same thing. It was the hat.
Yeah, I was like, "Is
I was
that
like, what am I
Molly Ringwald?"
watching?
So they've had what's her face, Alison, Ali Sheedy, and Molly Ringwald in
It's
season 4.
crazy. I
Um,
loved it.
yeah, me too. I really loved it, and I loved that bit at the end. I thought that was lovely. And then Steve looking on so
Mhm.
proud of his friend. I was like, oh, what a
Oh, it
good
was so
friend.
wholesome.
So wholesome. Yeah. Oh, that scene with Dustin destroyed me this season. We haven't really talked about him, but he
He was
absolutely killed it.
excellent. Oh my
I
goodness.
think I think next season Dustin might do a lot of trying to clear Eddie's name, like kind of trying to bring the town around on him.
I would like that.
Mhm.
He is a good boy.
Trying to think of other theories because we know that Vecna's the big boss.
Mhm.
I think we're safely assuming that. There's been allusions to like more things. So like we got the Demobats,
Mm,
you we have the Demobats this season. So what else is
what else
who
is
are
out
they going to
there?
be? I
Yeah.
genuinely don't know where we can go. Demodogs, Demogorgons, Demobats. What we got next?
Whatever it is, it's going to be wild.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think?
Do you mean in terms of like creatures?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's gonna go like I know there's gonna be something else. Every year there's been
Yeah. There's got to be. There
something
will be.
else.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. I think Dr. Owens is going to help them. I think he's going to be the
Yeah.
science guy. Thank God. And I'm glad we killed off Popper because I thought they were going to wait till next season to do it and we'd have like this
Mm,
big thing. But I'm glad they did it the way they did it because like now we don't have to focus on two evils. We've just got
yeah.
this big. The full focus is the upside down now rather than like. Well, I
Uh-huh.
guess the government's still on their tail. We didn't really flesh out that story.
No, yeah, we don't really know where that is.
So much is happening. I just
So
yeah, we
much
might
is
need to
happening.
do another one
We
just
might
discussing season 5
other things, yeah.
series. Yeah.
Gosh,
Like
yeah, next one might be another Stranger Things,
who
episode
knows?
3.
But yeah, if anyone listening has any theories they want to share, because obviously we are entirely wrong, and I imagine anyone listening was probably screaming at their podcast like, you're wrong," but that's why it's fun because we're wrong about everything, and that's okay. But yes, if anyone
Yes.
has any theories they would like to share or who their MVPs were,
What were you wrong about?
oh yeah, if you were wrong too, please do let us know. But yeah, thanks for listening. This has been Canon Culture. You can find us on Spotify, on YouTube, and I've been Betty, and
I've been Kat.
thanks for listening to Canon Culture.
See ya
Bye.
very soon. Bye.